Are you planning on launching your first or next group coaching program, digital course, or high ticket offer? Stop! Before doing another thing for your launch, I want you to listen up and pay attention, because in this video, I'm going to share with you the 3 things you need to have before launching your first or next offer. But before we dive in, I would love if you can take a quick minute and hit that bell icon and subscribe to my channel so that we can stay connected and you can be the first to know when I drop the latest business and marketing videos. So, before you go creating all sorts of juicy content for your program, before you start working on the modules and outlining all the different teachings that you're going to be, sharing with your students and your clients inside of your program, before you go designing your sales page and doing your logo and building all those beautiful assets that you're going to need, I want you to take a step back and I want you to make sure that you have these 3 things in place. Okay, the first thing you need to have in place is an audience. And I don't just mean any audience. You need to have a pre-qualified audience, meaning they are the right people for your offer. Now, I know that might sound like a no-brainer, right? But I can't tell you how many people skip this part. Here's the thing. It does not matter how large your audience is. If they're not the right fit for your thing, it won't make a difference, right? Numbers of followers on your social media doesn't matter. The size of your email list, that doesn't matter. The amount of people in your network, that does not matter if they are not the right fit for your program and for your offer, right? I cannot even tell you how many people make this mistake. Far too many people think that because they have a large following that they can just launch a program and it'll sell like hotcakes. And sadly, it's just not the case. You need to have a qualified group of people that you can launch your program to in order for it to sell. Now, if you have a small audience, you can generate massive amounts of revenue and results if that is a qualified audience and if they're the right fit, versus having a large group of thousands and 10K followers and thousands of people that are just not the right fit for your program. Far too many people churn and burn thinking that they need to build up their follower count or they need to build their email list and they need to get like thousands and thousands of people before they can launch, when the fact of the matter is, if those people that are in their following and that are in their audience is not the right people for their offer, it doesn't matter how many people you have, your offer is not going to land. It's not going to convert at the rate you want, right? So we want to make sure that when you are thinking about launching your program, that you are being very conscious about the audience that you're building. So sometimes you might have a large audience. If you're someone who has a large audience right now and you're planning on launching something, you want to make sure that you're pre-qualifying the segment of your audience that's going to be the right fit for your program. You want to start really being able to filter out who the right people are going to be for your program that you're going to be launching from now, and making sure that you're building up the right audience for your program. Now, if you don't have an audience, right? If you're still in the beginning stages and you don't have an audience yet, you're definitely going to want to start to build out that audience at least 2 to 3 months before you launch your program, right? Remember, it takes time to build that know, like, and trust factor. It takes time for people to really see that you're the person they're going to want to invest in, right? It takes at least 5 to about 9 touch points before someone actually buys from you. So you want to make sure that you're giving your business and you're giving your audience the time it needs to sort of get to know you and to build that trust with you before your launch, okay? So again, you want to make sure that you're catering at least 2 to 3 months before your launch to build and nurture your audience before you actually launch your program. Now, I just want to say, can it happen in less time? Meaning, can someone just find you on Instagram or someone just join your email list and buy from you? Absolutely, it can happen. I have definitely had situations where someone just joined my list, read one email, and bought thousands of dollars worth of products from me. 100%, that can happen, but it is the exception, not the rule. So you do want to err on the side of caution, and you do want to make sure that you are building up your audience from now if you're planning to launch in a few months from now. Okay, the second thing you want to have is an aligned offer. So this kind of goes hand in hand with the first thing, right? And it might seem like common sense, but it is a big one. Your offer has to make sense for your people and where they're at right now. I don't care how good your copy is. I don't care how beautiful your branding is. I don't care how many bonuses you're including. And I don't care how fabulous you are and how fabulous your program is. I am pretty darn sure you're fabulous, okay? You are probably a fabulous human being. But if your offer doesn't align, your offer's not going to land and you are going to struggle to sell it, right? If you are someone who you're building out your offer and you're not thinking about, does this offer make sense for my existing audience, right? Again, going back to what we said in the first thing, does my offer make sense for my existing audience? Does it align with what my existing audience wants and needs, right? And again, if your existing audience is not the right fit for the thing that you want to offer, then you definitely want to start cultivating the audience for that. Because in my opinion, it should never be the situation where you're trying to fit what you want to do in a box for your audience. You want it to be the opposite. You want to do the thing that you want to do, the thing that you're passionate about. You want to have the offers and the products that excite you and that you're really good and skilled at. And you want to build an audience and cultivate an audience that matches those things, not the opposite way around, okay? So if you need more support around creating your offers that sells, and you're somebody who, you're thinking about creating an offer, or you're not exactly sure what you want to create, or you've done something before but it has not landed and has not converted, then I want you to stay tuned because I'll be sharing a special invitation with you in just a few minutes. So stick with me. So if you want to know how to create an offer that sells, and I want you to check out this video right here where I share the 6 fundamental things you need to know about creating an offer that actually sells. Okay, so the third and final thing you need to have before launching your program is this. You need to have a strategic sales system. Say that 3 times fast. Strategic sales system, right? Now, it's exactly what it sounds like. A strategic sales system generates sales and clients for your program in a very strategic way, right? Guys, launching is not hard. I want you to hear me loud and clear on that. Launching is not hard, but it does require a level of strategy and a certain process in order for you to have a successful launch. Simply put, you need a way to draw people into the thing that you're offering, and then you need to have a smart strategic system in place to convert those people into paying customers, right? Now, traditional conversion events, like I call them, include webinars, challenges, live streams, video series, speaking events, workshops. These are all traditional conversion events that you can host to try to convert those people into paying clients, right? That's usually the fun and easy part, right? That's usually the part that people enjoy the most and they really get a chance to connect with their audience. That's the part people enjoy the most. But the heavy lifting comes after the conversion event. It comes in the things that you're doing after the conversion event. So the follow-up sales system that kicks in and moves people off the fence, right, and into your program, or move people from just liking what you have to offer to really wanting to invest in you and then taking out their credit cards and investing in you. That is what I talk about when I talk about a strategic sales system. There's a strategy in place, and it comes down to everything from your messaging and your copy to the amount of touch points that you're using to follow up with people, to the way that you're following up with people, to the kind of marketing that you're doing in and after that conversion event, right? So there's all those elements that goes into having successful conversion numbers after you launch or after you have your conversion event. Now, you don't have to have this all figured out right away, but before heading into your launch, you're gonna wanna iron out some of the details around your strategic sales system. You're gonna wanna know what you're doing at each level. You're gonna wanna know what's going into each part of your sales system, right? Because so many launches crash and burn because people drop the ball on the strategic sales system. They drop the ball on this piece. They do all the work on the front end, right? They create the best webinar and they create the most prettiest slides and they put all this work into the most amazing program. And then they drop the ball on the sales system, the back end, the follow-up process, what goes into the emails, how you're reaching out to people. They drop the ball on that. And that is where so many launches crash and burn. I don't want that for you. And that is why I want to invite you to join me for an advanced private training I'm hosting on the 3 non-negotiable steps to launch and sell your signature offer in 30 to 60 days without all the content creation and social media hustle. Now, this is an invitation only event, so you have to apply to get your private invitation. If you want to work with us to launch and sell your signature offer, and you want to use that same offer to exponentially grow your business and your income, then I want to invite you to this private workshop. You're not going to want to miss it. Head over to the link in the description. I put the link in the description for you. All you've got to do is answer a few short questions and submit your application. It'll take you literally 3 minutes to submit. And once we get your application, we'll review your application and send you the private invitation to this workshop. This is not an open to the public workshop. It is an exclusive advanced private training. So again, you've got to apply if you want to join us. I look forward to reading your application. Go ahead, fill it out. It's going to be in the description box, and I will see you in the next video.